They used to say that in the small village of Umunze, stories did not begin with once upon a time. They began with warnings. And this one starts with a warning that a mother repeated until her voice became tired. Grace grew up as the only daughter of Mama Ruth, a woman whose words were full of wisdom. Mama Ruth always told her, "Grace, my child, the world is wide, and not every smiling face is a safe face. Choose your friends wisely. Stay away from people who only want to use you. Don't follow just fine people every day." But Grace would laugh softly and say, "Mama, nothing will happen. I'm young. I'm enjoying my life." At first, it looked harmless. Today, she was seen walking with a young man from the next village. Tomorrow, she was seen with another one. 3 days later, people whispered again, "Grace has followed someone else. That girl does not stay in one place." Mama Ruth cried sometimes at night. She prayed, she begged, but Grace only smiled at her warnings and continued with her carefree life. Seasons changed. Months passed. Then one morning, Grace woke up feeling weak. Not the normal tiredness someone gets after a long day. This one felt different, deep, heavy. At first, she ignored it, but the weakness grew. Her smiles disappeared. Her skin lost its brightness. Her laughter faded into silence. Finally, she went to the health center. She walked in as the cheerful Grace everyone knew. She walked out holding her chest, trembling, tears falling from her eyes. That day, she discovered the truth. She had been given something she could not return, something that would stay with her forever, something she wished she had never met in her life. She had tested positive for HIV. When Grace reached home, she sat quietly on the floor. Her mother rushed to her, but Grace could not speak. She cried until her tears finished. Then she whispered the words that broke her mother's heart. "Mama, you warned me. I didn't listen." Mama Ruth pulled her close and held her, but the weight of regret was too heavy for Grace's heart. The days that followed were the longest in her life. Grace stopped going out. She stopped laughing. She stopped meeting new people. She only sat by the window remembering every advice her mother had given her, every warning she ignored, every step she took in stubbornness. Her mother stayed by her side, but even a mother's love cannot turn back time. Grace fought, but her body grew weaker and weaker. One quiet evening, as the sun set over the village and the birds returned to their nests, Grace held her mother's hand and said, "If I had listened, if I had just stayed in one place, I would still have my life. Mama, forgive me." And Mama Ruth cried as she watched her only daughter close her eyes. Grace's story ended there, but her message lived on. And even today, elders in Imuzi tell this tale to young girls and boys. When someone warns you, it is not to stop your joy. It is to protect your future. Listen before it is too late. Your future is too precious to throw away. Be wise. Be careful. Do not follow everyone you see. One wrong choice can change everything. If you learned something from this story, please don't forget to follow for more story coming soon.